Everyone. Today I'm going to do another cooking video for you guys, and I'll be doing chicken marsala today. It's one of my all-time favorites, and I hope it'll become one of yours. So I don't think we've done this one in class this semester, so I wanted to demonstrate for you guys, one of my very favorite meals. Sometimes they get the real thick chicken breasts, and we've been working on this in class, as you guys know, and we would either butterfly them or we would fillet the chicken breast, so we have nice thin chicken cutlets. Today, I have chicken cutlets that are already thin, but I still am going to pound them a little bit so we have them even thinner. So, we're going to start with that, but first thing I'm going to do is wash my hands. Soap, hot water. That, of course, is the one thing you guys should all do before you cook. Okay, so now I'm going to do my thin chicken breasts. And what we're going to do, we're going to get ready first before we start to pound them and get them ready for frying. So I'm going to do a little bit of flour. About a cup and a half of flour. And we're going to dredge our chicken breasts in flour. We're not going to do an egg bath this time. We're just going to do a little bit of flour. I'm going to season up my flour. I'm going to do a little bit of salt, about half a teaspoon, a little bit of pepper, and then of course you all know my favorite, garlic, about a teaspoon. So that's going to be our coating for the chicken today. I'm going to whisk that up a little bit and give it a good whisk. So that's all blended in. And I'm going to get my fry pan ready. Today I'm just using a little bit of vegetable oil, but you can use olive oil if you want, a little canola oil, but use a little vegetable oil today. About 1/8 of an inch coating in our pan. And I'm going to turn this on medium, a little bit above medium, a little closer to high, and we're going to let that heat up while I pound our chicken. So, we have a nice chicken breast. It's already cut into a cutlet, and we're going to pound it just a little bit thinner. I'm going to use the stippled edge of the mallet. You want to let the mallet do the work. You don't want to bang and break your arm trying to pound it thin. You just want to hold the mallet loosely and just let it drop. So we have one chicken breast, and we're just going to coat it in our flour. Do another one. This really is a very good dish. Pound it thin. And again, you could buy thick chicken breasts like we've had in school and just fillet them or butterfly them, either way. But today I cheated a little bit and took the easy way out and got chicken breasts that were already thinner. So nice and thin. Check out our oil. Not quite yet. So we're going to do a couple of more chicken breasts. This one's a little bit thicker. Leave both sides since it was a little thicker. And as you see, when you tenderize them and pound them, they go from a smaller width, not only thinner, but much, much wider. So we get a nice, much bigger piece. I'll wash my hands again. And really, right now, we're just going to wait for our oil. The second part of this video will be when we make the sauce. But for right now, I usually just get the chicken prepped first before we even worry about the sauce. The sauce, we're going to do a little bit of butter, a little bit of beef broth or beef bouillon, and then we're going to slice some mushrooms and onions. We're going to saute them. We're going to add a little bit of marsala wine and then season it up from there. But we'll get to that after we start to fry our chicken. Now when you fry your chicken, you just want to fry it very lightly. You don't want to overcook it. You don't want it to be way overdone. Remember, when we're working with poultry, which includes chicken, you want to keep a temperature, an internal temperature of 165 or above to get rid of that salmonella bacteria. But with chicken, with any chicken breast, because it's a white meat, you don't want to overcook it. There's very little fat, which means that there's not that much moisture. So if you overcook it, you're going to dry it out, and the quality of it's just not going to be all that great. So we just want to barely cook our chicken to where it's safe at 165. We'll take it out, pan it up, and then we'll work on our sauce. So I think our oil should be ready now. It's starting to move a little bit. So once again, I took our chicken breasts after they've been pounded, and I dredged them in flour. And once again, dredging is just taking something that's wet and coating it in something dry, which is what we did. You don't want to overcrowd the pan. I think I'll just do one more. Make sure it's coated nicely. Add it to our oil. Wash my hands once again. And I'm going to give them about a minute on one side. I'll flip it. Flip it. Oh, it's not cooperating. There we go. It's a little bit broken up. And then we're going to do maybe another minute and a half on the other side. That should be just about perfect. We will check the temperature, make sure it's up to 165, and then we'll move on with the next couple of pieces. So, while that cooks, I'm going to do another piece. Thin, and it's not broken up. And now we're ready to take those out. We're just going to put them on a pan. And they feel like they're nice and tender. Going to check to make sure that they are up to 165. I'm going to take my thermometer, insert it. And we're past 160, just at 165, so we're perfect. So now I'm going to dredge my other chicken breasts. Going to brown that for about a minute. Let's flip it. It's a nice, just barely golden color. The flour will get a little bit dark. Temperature a bit. And we'll let those cook for about a minute. And again, you don't want to overcook them. If they get overcooked, they're just going to be just way too tough. You want to be able to cut them with a fork and have them just be so tender. I think we're about ready. Take them out.